Emerging technologies are coming in full force to transform everyone's life. It is not an exaggeration when they say these innovations will completely change the way we live, work, and relate to each other. With rapid advances in fields like artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, and even three-dimensional printing, these innovations are not just futuristic ideas. They are already happening and solving real problems. They make day-to-day tasks more practical, efficient, and accessible. In addition, they can revolutionize medicine, help include people with disabilities, and even bring more sustainable solutions to the planet. These are the technologies you will learn about today. Drew Perkins, Chief Executive Officer of Mojo Vision, a startup from California, tested a revolutionary prototype, smart contact lenses with augmented reality. It was the first time that the device showed its full potential. The lens, packed with chips, uses a tiny micro-LED display with 14,000 pixels per inch and less than 0.5 millimeters in diameter. According to the company, it is the smallest and densest display in the world for dynamic content, with a pixel pitch of only 1.8 microns. Perkins described the test as a big step, comparing it to a baby learning to walk. The technology aims to be integrated into a user interface controlled by eye movement, creating an augmented reality ecosystem to display useful information in daily life. For example, the lenses can project floating text, like a teleprompter, or indicate directions during a trip. The purpose of these lenses is to transform the lives of people with visual impairments, helping with everyday tasks that many consider simple. But for now, the system still depends on a processor worn around the neck, which works as a transmitter between the lens and a computer. The technology also includes short-range wireless radio, an advanced RISC machine processor, and sensors such as an accelerometer, gyroscope, and magnetometer to track movements. If these lenses deliver what they promise, they could revolutionize how we interact with the world, blending the physical and digital realities in an almost invisible way. For those who think augmented reality is just something from the movies, Mojo Vision is showing that the future is closer than it seems. Electronic tattoos, or e-tattoos, are completely changing the way we take care of our health. Made of graphene, a super light, thin, and resistant material, these tattoos adhere to the skin like a second layer without causing discomfort and can be worn for long periods. It may seem simple, similar to pencil graphite, but graphene is one of the most advanced materials of the moment and perfect for this technology. The main highlight of e-tattoos is how they work. They send small electrical currents into the skin and analyze how the body responds, using a process called bioimpedance. This analysis is related to blood pressure because it measures changes in blood volume in the body, but it is not so simple. To understand this relationship, researchers had to use artificial intelligence to decode the data and turn it into super precise measurements. Instead of relying on lengthy consultations or uncomfortable devices, people will be able to monitor blood pressure in real time, continuously, and without hassle. This means a much more personalized follow-up, with detailed data that helps doctors adjust treatments more efficiently. Researchers believe that this combination of graphene, high-precision sensors, and artificial intelligence is a big step toward making medical care more practical and personalized. There is already a technology that can make many people happy, especially those who are not big fans of changing clothes or washing underwear all the time. In the United States of America, the military is already testing underwear that can be worn for weeks without needing to be changed. This was only possible thanks to nanotechnology, which manipulates materials at the molecular level. The United States Air Force developed a type of coating that eliminates sweat, dirt, and even odor-causing bacteria. The initial focus is the sportswear market, and these clothes should be available in about 1 year. These self-cleaning fabrics work in an impressive way. They repel liquids, dirt, and can even eliminate bacteria found in sweat. This means that clothes will need to be washed far fewer times than regular clothes. The technology was initially designed to protect soldiers in biological warfare, as it could neutralize dangerous bacteria like anthrax. Everything lies in the nanoparticles applied to the fibers of the clothes. So small that they cannot even be seen with common microscopes, these particles create an invisible protective layer that prevents dirt from sticking and eliminates microorganisms. With this technology, washing sweaty gym clothes or changing underwear every day may become a thing of the past. Organ bioprinting is a revolutionary technology that promises to change medicine forever. Using three-dimensional printers, scientists can create human organs and tissues layer by layer with living cells and other components that imitate the body's natural structure. It may sound like something out of a movie, but according to Jennifer Lewis, a professor at Harvard, this technology could become a reality within about 1 decade. The process starts by taking some cells from the patient. Doctors perform a biopsy or another simple procedure to collect a small piece of tissue. From there, the cells are separated and grown outside the body in devices such as incubators or bioreactors. These devices replicate the ideal conditions of the human body, such as temperature and oxygenation, allowing the cells to multiply and grow. After that comes the most impressive part. The cells are loaded into a kind of bio-ink, along with a special gel, which the three-dimensional printers use to create the tissue. The printers, programmed with data from exams such as X-rays, form the organ layer by layer. The time required varies according to the size and complexity of the tissue. However, there is still a huge challenge: getting these organs to function like natural ones, because after being printed, they must be placed in a bioreactor to receive blood and oxygen. If that does not happen, the cells die. So far, this is the most advanced stage that bioprinting has reached. The next step is implantation in patients. The advantage is that bioprinting can be more affordable than traditional transplants. Just to give you an idea, keeping a patient on dialysis for 1 year costs more than $250,000, while a three-dimensional organ printer costs around $100,000. With this technology, the transplant waiting list can be significantly reduced, saving many lives. A startup supported by Honda has created an innovative technology to help people with low vision walk more safely. The system, which has the same name as the company, is a set of sensors that can be placed in shoes. The technology works in a simple way. It uses vibrations to indicate when a person needs to turn right, turn left, or keep walking straight. The device is attached to the top of the shoe and connected to the app via Bluetooth wireless communication. With the help of the phone's global positioning system, it identifies where the user is and sends walking instructions through vibrations. For example, when it is time to go straight, the insole vibrates at the tip of the foot. If there is a right or left turn, the vibration changes to alert the user about the detour. In addition, the system can alert the user when they approach traffic lights or areas where they need to stop. The project was created by Wataru Chino, founder of Ashirase, who was inspired after an accident involving a family member. The startup's initial focus is about 1.45 million people with low vision in Japan, but the technology has global potential, aiming for around 12 million users. The sales model will be based on a monthly subscription, costing between $18 and $27, in addition to the cost of the device, which has not yet been disclosed. Other companies are already looking for similar solutions, such as apps that help people with visual impairments, but Ashirase stands out for its direct use in shoes. A Brazilian researcher, Rodrigo Araujo, is causing quite a stir with a revolutionary invention. After more than 10 years of study in Switzerland, he created Caverstim, an electronic Viagra that promises to put an end to the embarrassment of those who suffer from erectile dysfunction. The device is super discreet and works like a pacemaker for the male organ, ensuring an erection at the right time. Its operation is simple and entirely internal. Through surgery, electrodes are implanted in the pelvic region. When the remote control is activated, these electrodes stimulate the nerves responsible for erection. Everything is very discreet, with nothing visible or that exposes the patient. Currently, the device is being tested on men who had to remove the prostate and, because of this, lost the ability to have an erection. In these cases, Caverstim works as therapy, stimulating the nerves little by little until they return to normal functioning. In tests with 12 patients, all were able to regain a natural erection after months of use. Around 30% of men do not respond to medications, and the alternatives end up being invasive, such as penile injection, which must be applied minutes before intercourse, or prostheses, which require surgery and a manual pump at the right time. Both options cause discomfort and embarrassment. Caverstim emerges as a less invasive and more practical solution. For now, it is in the testing phase in the United States of America, Australia, and Brazil, and it has already shown promising results. No side effects have been reported so far, and the expectation is that by the year 2027, the device will be available on the market. Scientists are making progress in a technology that might sound like science fiction, inducing hibernation in living beings. The idea, widely explored in sci-fi, could be used in long space travels or even in situations of resource scarcity. A study recently published in Nature Metabolism showed that this scenario is closer to becoming real. Researchers managed to put rats and mice animals that do not hibernate in nature into a state similar to hibernation. To do this, they used a helmet that emits ultrasound to a specific part of the brain called the hypothalamus, which controls body temperature and metabolism. When the ultrasonic waves were applied, the mice's temperature dropped by 3 degrees Celsius, their heart rate fell to almost half, and they stopped burning sugar, using only the body's fat reserves. This is exactly what happens with animals that naturally hibernate. In the case of rats, which are slightly bigger, the effect was similar but less intense. To keep the animals in that state for up to 24 hours, the scientists created an automated system that emitted new ultrasound pulses whenever they began to return to normal. So far, the tests have only been done on animals. There are no guarantees that this technology will work on humans, since our brains are much larger and may respond differently. Even so, the fact that this behavior was induced in creatures that do not naturally hibernate is a major breakthrough. If this works in humans in the future, the possibilities are enormous. Controlled hibernation could be used on long space journeys, helping passengers skip the waiting time. Moreover, it could be applied in medical treatments, such as heart diseases, which benefit from a reduced metabolism. Neuralink is a company created by Elon Musk to develop technology that connects the human brain to electronic devices, such as computers and prostheses using a brain chip. The goal is to help people with neurological problems such as paralysis, spinal cord injuries, and degenerative diseases, allowing them to interact with the world using only their minds. Neuralink's chip is very small and has extremely thin wires with electrodes, which are implanted in the brain. These electrodes pick up the brain's electrical signals and transmit them to external devices. Thus, a person can control, for example, a computer or a prosthetic arm only with their thoughts. The company has already conducted several tests with animals, such as pigs and monkeys, and obtained results. In the year 2020, Musk showed a pig named Gertrude to demonstrate how the chip monitors real-time brain activity. In the year 2021, Neuralink made a monkey play a video game with its mind using the implanted chip. In the year 2023, Neuralink began implanting chips in humans, and the first patient was already able to control a computer and other devices just by thinking, which was a huge breakthrough. The company plans to continue testing and helping more people, especially those with spinal cord injuries who may regain lost motor functions. In the long term, Elon Musk hopes that Neuralink's technology will allow humans to integrate with artificial intelligence, helping improve mental performance and creating new forms of interaction between people and machines. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.